Lulu.com are currently in the middle of your first project. Wanted to give you some feedback. I know I had some questions when I first contacted them online and started my project. First, to answer the first question I had, are they legitimate? Yes, 100% legitimate. Many people use them. If you want to Google articles from 2005 and 2006, you'll see where their company really took off. They're based out of Raleigh, North Carolina, but if you're anywhere in the country, they're a viable self-publishing company for you. Let me start by addressing the biggest complaint people have with Lulu. And if you search for reviews on them or search for how-tos, you'll find a lot of the complaints all come back to the individual doing the publishing not doing their work. Lulu.com is extremely cheap and extremely affordable. If you do the work yourself, you can hit submit, and with $8.50 plus shipping and handling, have a book in front of you in a matter of days. People usually aren't willing to do the work. If you have a incomplete manuscript, if you have lots of typos, if you haven't completed everything in the exact format or template that they give you, if your cover art isn't that great, and you also don't go through their proofing process, you may get a piece of work that you're not happy with. Like others online have said, if you do the work, then you'll be very happy with your Lulu experience. I would like to add 3 helpful tips that could help you along in the Lulu experience. Number 1, I would suggest as you move forward, make sure you have a semi-completed work. There is a revision process that is built into Lulu.com, luckily, with paperbacks. So if you have a book you're working on and you feel like you're almost there, it is okay to go ahead with the process. It's very easy to change that manuscript or change the look of your book during this process, as long as you never hit the Submit for Sale button. The process works like this. You go to My Lulu. Under your projects, you select the project and you upload your manuscript. Then it asks you to do your cover art. This comes to number 2 I wanted to talk about. I would recommend that you create your cover work as a whole with the title, with the author, and their cover wizard allows you to place that image on the front, place what image you want on the back. It will automatically put the barcode on there for you. You do not need to do that, even though they provide that separately to you. And you're ready to go. Now you can use their cover wizard to add the title and the author later, but in my experience in the printing, their text does not look nearly as good as it would if you do that yourself on your cover. Once you got the cover on and a manuscript, you'll submit that to them within a matter of days after you purchase that first copy, which is, going to be the cost between $8 and $10 plus $4 shipping and handling. It'll show up at your door. Now on Lulu, you'll still have a little thing at the bottom that says, have you approved your draft? Never hit that button without approving your draft. That's the biggest mistake I hear people making. They hit the button and then they complain about the copy they get. Wait until you get that. Look it over. If you want a professional looking book, there's always some little details that need to be fixed. I know when I got mine, my first time, I had forgotten that on the back of my title sheet, I wanted a blank page, and in my manuscript, I forgot to do a page there. On the back of my table of contents, I wanted a blank page, and instead I had chapter 1. I put a blank page in. The very back of the book, you want a blank page at the very end, because many bookstores will not carry a book that's not in that format. It has to have a blank page at the end. Also, there were little things with the cover that I didn't like. I changed all that up, resubmitted it. Within another 5 or 6 days, I got the new copy. It was perfect, and I was able to hit submit. Yes, this is what I like. I'm ready to sell it. Now, a little bit of time and a couple of $8 here and $8 there is worth a book that looks good. So be patient. Maybe you go through a first revision, a second, maybe even a third, but it's worth your time. The last thing you want to do is get on YouTube and start complaining about how Lulu's no good when you didn't do your work.